Hello, you are welcome. I hope you are doing well. Okay, we thank God so much for our health. I will be taking you through noun phrases again, but the essence of this is for us to identify the component of a noun phrase. The component of a noun phrase. Then we should also identify noun phrases in sentences. We should also identify noun phrases in sentences, and lastly use the noun phrase appropriately in speech and writing. We should be able to use the noun phrase appropriately, that's correctly, in speech and writing. Okay, so like I said, there is a need to revisit this topic because some of us could not really get the previous lesson where we're asked to identify noun phrases. So I want us to look at some of the features of a noun phrase, some of the things that qualify group of words to be known as noun phrase, so that we will be familiar with it. Okay, all right. It will also help us improve our spoken English and written English. I hope that is clear. All right. So, what did we say a noun phrase is? How do you define a noun phrase? Or let's look at a phrase in general. Let's look at the phrase. What is a phrase? What is a phrase? All right, we define a phrase to be group of words without a finite verb. Okay, we say that it does not contain a verb. It also does not contain a subject. So phrase or a phrase in general does not contain a verb. It does not contain a subject. It also means that it is a part of a sentence. It's a part of a whole sentence. All right. I hope that is clear. So we later looked at some kinds of phrases. We looked at a noun phrase as one, adjectival phrase, prepositional phrase, adverbial phrase, yes, we looked at all that, and then a verb phrase, yes, we looked at all that. All right, so we are going to consider noun phrases. Okay, we should bear in mind that the mention of noun should even tell us that we should know what a noun is, and it is simple. Okay, so knowing what a noun is, what other features can qualify that noun to be known as a noun phrase is the essence of today's lesson. Okay, so when we learned phrases, we gave some examples, and we say that mostly when you're asked to identify a particular noun phrase, you realize that that part of speech becomes the head of whatever you are going to underline. Okay, so apart from the noun phrase where we have an introduction, or we have an article or a determiner, okay, or yes, introducing it, the rest you have that part of speech beginning. So example where you have the dog with the soft brown fur is lying under the table. Okay, so if you want to underline the prepositional phrase, you realize that when look through we have with. Is that clear? So quickly you make that out and you underline it. Or you have under the dining table. The dog under the dining table is not feeling too well. So we look at the head of whatever we are going to underline. Okay, and so if it's a prepositional phrase, quickly we have to look for the preposition in that sentence. And so when we see under there, we underline. Okay, so under the dining table. So where is the dog? Under the dining table. It answers the question. All right, quickly let us move to what we want to look at today. All right, So the component of noun phrase, one, it acts as a subject, it acts as object, and it also has these features: a determiner, a modifier, and a noun. We are saying that some components or the components of noun phrase are: one, it acts as a subject; two, it acts as object; then three, it has a determiner, a modifier, and a noun. Okay, so when we say the noun phrase act as a subject, it means that we should know what the subject of a sentence is. Okay, a subject of a sentence. All right, so let's look at this. Acting as a subject, a noun phrase acting as a subject, it means that in that sentence, the subject of that sentence is the doer of the action. Okay, it is the noun performing the action, it is the thing performing the action. I hope that is clear. Okay, so a subject of a sentence is not just a person, it can be an object, it can be an animal. Okay, yes. All right, so in the sentence where we have the woman slapped the girl, the woman slapped the girl, let us look at this carefully. So this answers the question: who slapped the girl? The woman. So we realize that the woman here is the one performing the action, is the performer of the action in that sentence. Someone slapped the girl and it was the woman. So the woman acting as a subject, that is a noun phrase. Okay, let us move to the next one: acting as object. So the object is the recipient of the action performed by the subject. Okay, the object of a sentence is the recipient of the action performed by the subject in a sentence. So example: the woman slapped the girl. Okay, the woman slapped the girl. So who slapped the girl? Is the woman. Is that not it? Very good. So for this one, the girl was slapped by who? The girl was slapped by the woman. Is that not it? Very good. So it means that someone at the other end received the action, and it was the girl who received the action. Someone at the other end performed an action on something, on someone, and so the one who received that action is the object of the sentence. I hope that is clear. All right, let us proceed. Now let's look at a noun phrase again. So for the third one, or for the last one, we're saying that for a noun phrase, it has a determiner, a modifier, and a noun. When we say a determiner, I believe we know what a determiner is. A determiner, we can have an article. A determiner, yes, we can have an article, we can have a pronoun, a demonstrative pronoun acting as a determiner. And when we talk about a modifier, it's an adjective. Okay, it comes in that form, an adjective, something describing a noun. And when we talk about a noun is a naming word. Okay, so for you to identify that this is a noun phrase, we are saying that one of the features of a noun phrase is that it comes in this form. It has it's made up of a determiner, a modifier, and a noun. So let us look at the sentence we have there. The beautiful woman slapped the girl. The beautiful woman slapped the girl. Okay, so if we want to underline the noun phrase here, okay, if we want to underline the noun phrase here, looking at a determiner, a modifier, and a noun. So the is a determiner. Okay, beautiful is a modifier, modifying what? The noun woman. And so if you want to underline the noun phrase, you underline the beautiful woman. To that point, you stop. That is a noun phrase. I hope you are making sense with this. All right, let's look at the next one. Those sleeping dogs are lazy. Those sleeping dogs are lazy. Very good. What is confusing here? Okay, we define a phrase not to have a verb. Okay, but in this sentence we have sleeping. Do you think sleeping here is a verb? That is the question you ask yourself. What is the role of sleeping there? Okay, so to answer your question, sleeping in that sentence is not acting as a verb. Okay, sleeping there is acting as a modifier. Okay, now let's assume we have many dogs, okay, around. Then we have some standing, then we have some sleeping. So now I would want to tell you the exact group of dogs I'm referring to. So in saying that, it means I must describe. So in describing, I will have the verb acting as a gerund, where we have the verb with ing, or we say a participle phrase. Okay, so we have the verb taking the ing form. So those sleeping dogs are lazy. Those sleeping dogs are lazy. We are describing the kind of dogs here. I hope that is clear. So with this, we have those sleeping dogs forming a noun phrase. So those a determiner, sleeping as a modifier, and then dogs as a noun. Okay, I hope this gives us a clue of what exactly the lesson is about. Okay, we said that we are looking at the component of a noun phrase. The component of a noun phrase. What exactly comes together to form a noun phrase? How will I be able to identify a noun phrase in a given sentence or in given sentences? And we are saying that some of the features are the noun phrase will act as a subject. It performs an action. We also said that the noun phrase will act as an object where the object receives the action performed by the subject. And we also said that the noun phrase has a determiner, it has a modifier, and a noun. Okay. I believe with more exercises, we will be able to be abreast with this topic. I would therefore entreat all of us to make time, listen to the audio, make time, copy the note into our notebooks, and revise more by giving more examples to ourselves. I hope that is clear. All right. Thanks so much for your time, for your attention. And to emphasize again, I plead that you take good care of yourself. Make sure you are safe. Stick to the strict rules of COVID-19. It is real. Your health is our concern. Bye bye.